Hi students, today we are going to learn lines and angles. Before we move to this chapter, let us recall the definitions what we have learned already. A part or a portion of a line with two endpoints is called a line segment and its length we denote it by AB. I have drawn a line. This is the portion of a line. Line is nothing else which we will have. There is no endpoints. On both the side of this line, you will have an arrow mark. It indicates that there is no end on both the sides. That is called line. Whereas this is a line segment. A part or a portion of a line with two endpoints is called a line segment, and its length is denoted by AB. Here we have two endpoints. These are the endpoints. Now let us move to the next definition. A part of a line with one endpoint is called a ray and is denoted by AB. Above AB we put an arrow mark. This indicates that it's a ray. That is, we will have one endpoint will be there, and the other end it indicates an arrow mark. There is no endpoint on the other end. That is called as ray. If three or more points lie on the same line, they are called as collinear points. If three or more points, it should be minimum 3 points. If it is 2 points, we call it as line segment. So it should be more than 2. So we are taking it as 3 or more points. I'll give a diagram for you. This is a given diagram. First there was a line segment. On that line segment, the point A, B, C, D are all the points lying on the same line. So these points A, B, C, D are called as collinear points. Suppose if we have some other point somewhere else here, this is called as non-collinear points. This E is a non-collinear point since E is not on the line. Then next one is angle. Angle is formed when two rays originate from the same endpoint. That is, we will have two rays and their endpoints of the two rays is same. I have marked it as A. This is first ray and this is second ray. And the angle formed between these two rays is called as angle. The rays making an angle are called as arms of the angle. That is, this AB, this ray AB and the second ray AC is called as arms of the angle. And this endpoint, that is this A point, instead of saying point A, we call that one as vertex. The point A is called as vertex of this angle because it is the endpoint of these two arms. Now measures of an angle. An acute angle measures between 0 degree and 90 degree. If the measure of the angle lies between 0 degree and 90 degree, that is called as acute angle. Example 85 degree, 25 degree, 10 degree, 15 degree. Those angles are called as acute angle. Next one is, if a angle is equal to 90 degree, that is called as right angle. A right angle which is exactly equal to 90 degree. For 90 degree we use this symbol. We usually when we mark the angle, we write it as 60 degree, 45 degree like this here. But for 90 degree, it's enough to put just like a square form near this angle. It's enough. An angle greater than 90 but less than 180 degree is called obtuse angle. That is, angle greater than 90, it should be more than 90. At the same time, it should be less than 180. That is called as obtuse angle. I have given one example for you. For example, 135 degree. This is an example of an obtuse angle. Next one, a straight angle is equal to 180 degree. I have given the diagram already here. This is a line AB. At the center, this angle will be always equal to 180 degree. Even above this line or else below the line, it's going to be 180 degree. An angle which is greater than 180 degree but less than 360 degree is called a reflex angle. First we have discussed 0 to 90, then if it is equal to 90, then 90 to 180, then if it is 180, now we are going to see above 180 and it should be less than 360 degree. That is called as reflex angle. That is, see, this is the ray AB and this is another second ray AC, which makes an angle. Reflex angle means it should be more than 180. It comes outside of this angle and it's not this one. It should be reflex angle and we write it as reflex angle BAC. We can denote this as reflex BAC. This is how we have to write it for reflex angle. If sum of two angles is 90 degree, then it is said to be complementary angles. That is, I have two angles. For example, I am giving as two angles as one angle as 30 degree and the other angle as 60 degree. Now what will be the sum of these two? Sum of these two is 90 degree. So we say these two angles are complementary angles. Sum should be 90. Next one, if sum of two angles is 180 degree, then it is said to be supplementary angle. If sum of two angles is 180 degree, then it is said to be supplementary angle. For example, we can take it as 1 degree and 179 degree. So the sum is 180. So we call these two angles as supplementary angles. Suppose one angle might given and you will be asked to find the supplementary of that. Suppose if you have to find the supplementary of 80 degree. So what will be the supplementary of 80 degree? In that case, just you subtract 80 degree with 180. So you will get the supplementary of 80 degree, which is equal to 100 degree. So supplementary of 80 is 180 minus 80, which is 100 degree. Next one is, two angles are adjacent if they have a common vertex, a common arm, and their non-common arms are on different sides of the common arm. We have two angles, that is CBD and DBC. In this, BD is common ray, that is common arm for both these two arms, that is AB and BC. These two are non-common arms of ABD and DBC, but BD is common arm for both the angles. If it is so like that, then we can say that these two angles are adjacent angles. Next one, sum of two adjacent angles is always equal to the angle formed by these two non-common arms. That is, sum of these two will be equal to ABC. That is, ABD plus DBC will be equal to ABC. That's what the statement says. ABC is equal to ABD plus DBC. We can add these two. So finally we will get this total angle ABC. Next one, if the non-common arms BA and BC form a straight line, that is, this BA and BC forms a straight line. In this diagram, AB and BC are not a straight line. They are two different straight lines. It should be a single straight line. If it is so, then we call it as linear pair of angles. That is, the diagram should be like this. Now BA and BC is a single straight line. Now if I add these two adjacent angles, it will be call that as linear pair of angles.